About an issue in an open source project. The project is Hawkeye scanner-cli. This is a pretty good project, but it is deprecated a year ago, I think. But many people are still using it. Let's see what's the issue here. So this is the repo that I cloned from this, and if I try to run it on my demo project, you can actually see that it is returning with some error. But this error is not concerned with the any security vulnerabilities in my code, because it doesn't show any significant error message. So it means this application itself have failed somewhere while executing the project. So if you can see, it is failing at Java outdated dependencies, and it is saying cannot read property 1 of null. The errors like this were eventually means that you're trying to access the properties of null. You're expecting an object there, but you got null, and from that you're trying to access the properties of it. That will give you an error. So this is the error that I found. And since the code is pretty good, I think let's go to the code. The process we run the scan. If you see the scan.js, you can actually find something like return error. See, this is where the actual error is rising. So instead of message, let's give just E so that I can see what is the error. So if I try to run it again, now we can actually see the actual error. It is saying you're trying to access property 1 of a null value, and that is present in the index.js. If you actually go to the index.js, and this is the line where it is actually rising, and this index.js is actually in the Java outdated dependencies module. So what here is happening, right? It is getting matches as null, and if I try to access one property out of it, it is giving me the exception. So one quick help we can do is to check if matches is actually null. If matches is equals to null, then what can we do? Is it a function? No, it's in a loop. Since it's in a loop, it's wise to just to continue it without breaking it. So I'll continue it, so it will not execute this. So you understand it, right, very quickly. Now when I try to run it again, let me say this one more time, and if I run it again, this time you won't see any errors because we fixed it. If you see the actual error, why it happened, you can find that first it is trying to generate a report. This is the report, and it is writing it into a file, report.txt, and after that it is trying to read the file again and split it based on the lines, and based on the lines it is going to check for the dependency line regex, and it will slice it to get the dependency lines, and from each dependency line it's gonna get the matches. So this is what happening. Maybe what could be the reason is, like, while writing the file we are inserting a new line. That could be another possibility, but I don't know what is the actual reason. That needs to be looked into, but the solution that I found here can really work.